what kind of a unit was he in?
But I won't know, honest. I never asked him.
Yeah. And when did you come to this country?
I got to New York the 28th of November, Thanksgiving Day, 1935. It was Thanksgiving Day, 1935. Okay. And I remember that my father came to New York to pick me up with a friend, and we stopped over at his friend's house, which was Jack Briganti from Avon here, and because his wife was from Bridgeport, around Bridgeport. And when we got there, they had a turkey like that. It was Thanksgiving Day. I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
So we ate. This was about 1:30 in the afternoon. We ate. That we were coming from New York. Yeah. And then after we ate, we pick up his wife and the two kids, Silvio and Stephen, and we came to Bailey Road in Avon, over Mazzini, which was a cousin of mine.
Wow.
And we walk in the house, there was another turkey like that. I said, what the hell? What is this in America? Everybody eats, every meal is a turkey. You know?
And turkey leftovers from the
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so that was it. That was the 28th of November, 1935.
You were about, well, you'd be 17 then.
I was 17 years old.
Young boy, young guy.
Yep.
And then, so that was your connection to Avon, really, then? That's how you...
Yeah, that was in Avon.
But
yep.
Then where was your family living when you first came here? Where did you...
My father was living in Avon here, and my mother never came to the United States.
Oh, your mother never came?
No.
Where did you first start working? Where?
Philbrick, Boot, and Spencer. No. The very first work I did for Allsop here in Avon, milk and cow, 4:30 in the morning.
Oh.
I did that 1 week, and I said, this is not for me. Arrivederci.
Yeah. Did you live with the Alsops then?
No. I used to live with the Mazzini, I think. Yeah.
So then after the Alsops, where did you go? Where did you work?
Philbrick, Boot, and Spencer.
On Homestead Avenue?
On Homestead, yeah.
Still, the building's still there.
Yeah, the building's still there, but I think they closed it. It was a
Foundry.
A foundry.
Castings.
They made me do every job because that foundry, everybody was drinking,
Yeah.
and 2-3 weeks, and then after that, yeah, they were gone. Yeah. And I lasted until I went in the Army. And I think it was the 16th of April, 1942.
Right. It was April or May?
No, April was when we got discharged, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure, yeah. But anyway.
You mentioned May 16th to May 42.
Yeah, in 60, yeah. We went up, I told you about that spoon. I got to show it to her.
Show the spoon, yes. You'll have to get the spoon, but not yet.
Not yet.
We'll come back to the spoon.
Okay.
So you were working in the foundry, you left the foundry job, and you were drafted or going to be drafted. You got your draft notice? To be drafted.
To be drafted.
And then you went in to the Army in, I'm going to say May of 42?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you do on that first day? Tell us about the Bond Hotel.
Oh, the Bond Hotel. Well, before they put us in the train to go to Camp Devens, they took us down for breakfast. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And we were having breakfast and had coffee, and I took a spoon, which I still got. I still got it.
Yeah. Good.
And
what happened to that spoon?
I still got it.
Still got it, but you got some treatment, didn't it?
Oh yeah, you got gold plated.
Oh yeah.
Because I took that spoon all the way. It went through the wall with me. I always had that, and I had a silver dollar with me. That went all with me. That's all I had, that spoon and that silver dollar.
Good. And we will show you that afterwards.
Afterward, we showed the spoon afterwards.
Okay, so that was the morning you were inducted into the Army.
Yeah. We were up in Fort Devens about 2 or 3 or 4 weeks with no clothes, civilian clothes. They didn't have
No military.
no military. They didn't have no clothes.
How did you get from the Bond Hotel to Fort Devens?
By train.
By train. So what, did you march from the Bond down to the train station?
Yep.
And then up to
And then up to
Springfield? And,
Yep. Yeah, Springfield and then, yeah.
and how long were you at Fort Devens?
About 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. We went through taking the ID, you know, the test, you know. And me, I just came from the old country. You know, it was about not even 4 years.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to read, all right? So I was next to a guy, then I put report down. I just copy it down. But I didn't copy everything because,
His name was different.
but I didn't copy everything. But he went to be, I guess he had a high IQ, but not me, I demanded it. You know, I don't even know what the hell I had. But anyway. And that was it.
Yeah, yeah. You were there for a week. No real training, military training at Fort Devens?
No, nothing. Just took my ID, like, you know.
Did you get uniforms at Fort Devens?
I think we did. Just before from there we went to Flamingo Park in Florida.
Okay, you can say.
That's when we took our training
That was
for a whole month.
basic training.
Yeah, we used to go down to Flamingo Park, you know, but I went down there 2 or 3 days, and then I said, this ain't for me, you know. But when I left, so I volunteered to run the elevator in the hotel that we were living at. Hey,
Run the elevator,
yeah,
yeah. You were in the Army.
I was in the Army, but the Army took all the hotels in Miami
Oh, yeah.
for the soldier, you know, to train the. And they asked us who wants to volunteer to run the elevator. I said, I will, I am. Like, I'm not going to go no.
No more marching than.
I did enough marching when I was a kid, I said.
Well, and then it was like June in Florida. It was getting hot.
Oh, it was hot. That's why
And no air conditioning.
I changed job.
Yeah. Well, that's inside the hotel then.
Yeah.
But then you must have had some training. I mean, you weren't running a hotel, or the elevator all the time.
Oh, yeah. That was my job.
Oh, yeah?
Go to bed and run the elevator all day.
All day. What, 8 hours a day?
Yeah, but half of them, I used to do it only when they were going down and up in the morning early and when they come back from.
What did you do during the rest of the day?
I was there,
Oh, wow.
you know.
Great job. So then after Flamingo Park, was Flamingo Park in the city of Miami or outside?
No, right down in the middle of the Miami Beach, right in the
Right on
center,
Miami Beach, huh?
right Miami Beach.
What kind of a park? I mean, it was a regular park?
Yeah, a regular park.
You took over as an Army base.
Yep.
So then from there, where did you go?
Then from there we went to Alabama.
You know where
And-
in Alabama?
I forgot the name.
You know, you couldn't remember last time.
I couldn't remember the name of that.
Not Fort Stewart.
It could have been Fort Stewart, I'll tell you the truth. But it was an Air Force, it was an Air Force base.
Uh-huh.
They had planes.
Maxwell?
Huh?
Could it have been Maxwell?
Could have been Maxwell.
We don't know.
Is my speaking,
It's fine.
no, I mean, is there control over there?
Yeah. We'll find out. We'll fill in the blanks.
Okay.
So at the Alabama base, what did you do? What were you trained in, or what?
I was driving the officer from our base to breakfast to dinner.
Oh, you were driving.
Yeah, I was driving. I was a truck driver.
Right, you became that, right.
Yeah.
But did you get truck driving training at this Alabama base? I mean, did you learn how to drive a truck there?
I knew how to drive it. I knew how to.
So you had what, how many months were you at the Alabama base?
Let's see. We got in. Let's see. About 3 months we were there. And the name of that post, the 61 post here at 32,
Yeah.
Gildo Consolini, he was next state over with Zachary here, too, Ray Zachary.
Right, exactly.
And they came down to visit me because there wasn't a hospital. One of my friend, he was a captain or a lieutenant, He was a pilot. And he took me up in one of those, you know, those training plane. And son of a bitch, it caught fire. I don't know what the hell. He said, jump. You got to jump and jump out.
Jumped out of the plane?
Yeah, we had to.
Parachute.
With a pit, oh, sure. And I remember I was hanging on a tree for about 6 or 7 hours.
Hang on a tree, yeah.
Well, there was so bad weather, like, you know, when you can use it, you know, you can go wherever you could. But I couldn't steal it right, and I went right against the tree, and I was hanging there until they come and pick me up and get me. And they they took me to the hospital, and they come to see me. Zay Zacharek here, they're still living, and Geldo Consolini.
Well, Consolini was killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was Consolini, he was...
He was one of the first people killed. The first
Yeah,
people killed
from Avon, yeah. We were in the same, he was in the Pacific too. He was not far away from where I was stationed.
We talk about Alabama, you know, right on the Georgia-Alabama border is the airborne, is Fort Benning, I believe.
Maybe that's where they came from. I'm going to ask him.
Yeah.
He will know. Next time I go to them, I'll ask him.
Yeah. So you were there 3 months in the Alabama base, basically truck driver training?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How about maintenance? Maintenance on trucks and how to repair and all?
No, just driving.
Just driving?
Just driving.
And all kinds of trucks?
Yes.
No tanks, though?
No, just trucks.
Okay. After you leave Alabama, where'd you go? How did you go?
We went by train, that it took us maybe 5 or 6 days to get to San Francisco.
Okay, by train.
By train.
You stopped where? Probably from,
Well,
where'd you stop, St. Louis?
no, we didn't stop at all, but we stopped to let other plane, I don't know, I wasn't, you know. But it took us that long to get there, at least three or 4 days.
To San Francisco?
Yeah.
And how long were you in San Francisco?
Maybe a week, not even, 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
I remember they gave us a couple of days to go and see the city, you know.
Yeah.
And then we got in a Liberty ship,
Yep.
and there were 5 of them, 4 or 5 Liberty ship, and off we went. But in front of us, we had destroyers and all kind of
It was a big convoy?
big convoy.
Big troop
Yeah,
convoy.
yeah.
So you had protection?
Oh yeah. But what we zigzagging, they were saying, you know, zigzagging all the time.
Now, did you say you
And-
stopped at, in Honolulu, we stopped at Pearl Harbor?
At Pearl Harbor. We stopped at Pearl Harbor, I think to pick up some food, or I don't know, because we were sleeping on top of on the outside, you know. Oh, well, it was hot, warm, you know.
Yeah, very hot.
Yeah.
Now, how long were you in Pearl Harbor?
Maybe a day or 2.
Oh, it was still pretty messy there from the bombing?
Oh, yeah. No, that was, oh, yes. Yeah.
First the Jap attack. You could see the ships, the Arizona and
Yeah,
some ships.
yeah. No, I don't think we went in there. I didn't see the Arizona until after I went there myself. But I've been there 2 or 3 times.
Now, after you left Pearl, you you wound up landing in Australia?
Baltimore, excuse me, Brisbane.
Brisbane. That's
Right.
In Brisbane, okay.
And from Brisbane, with all the equipment that we had, trucks and everything, and those LSD, we went to Ipswich,
Ipswich, yeah.
and Amberley Fields.
Amberley.
Yep.
A-M-B-E-R, A-M-B-E-R-L-E-Y, Amberley? Amberley, huh?
Amberley Field, yep.
And that was an Army Air Force
Yeah,
base?
that was an Australian.
Oh, that was an Australian base. Oh,
Well, or maybe American and Australian, but
They took it over.
we took it over.
Americans took everything over.
And we were there for about 3 months. In December of the same year in 42, we landed in Port Moresby.
okay. Well, you were 3 months in Ipswich.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you're now in December of 42 or January of 43?
No. No, in 42 I was already in New Guinea.
Oh, okay, so you're back. Okay, so you're really like So you were in, how long were you in New Ipswich? Or that base there?
Couple of months, 2-3 months,
Okay. And then from there you went to
to Port Moresby.
Port Moresby, okay. Okay. Now, Port Moresby is the,
It's right on the ocean.
it's part of, it's on New Guinea.
No, that's New Guinea, oh yes.
Okay.
And I remember there were 3 or 4 beautiful big hotels in Port Moresby. But they were all closed. There was no, because the Jap were only about not even 30 miles in there. Oh yeah, that close. And then we built, the engineer built a strip, Nadzap. That was the name of the,
You mentioned that. I couldn't find that or spell that. Nad.
oh, don't ask me to spell Nadzap.
N-A-D, I think, N-A-B-Z-A-B.
Yeah,
Nadzap.
NAD, NADZAP.
Nadzap.
You think that might be a short name for like New Zealand something, or was it a real name of a, it was a
That was the name of the town.
town, yeah.
The town. And that's where we built our depot,
Okay. You actually built a depot there.
right there. Yeah, the depot was built there, and it was there until 45.
Okay, so you got there in December of 42.
Yeah.
And what was the purpose of the depot? What was the depot supplying?
Oh, for the plane, for our own plane.
Plane parts?
Oh, yeah.
Repair? How about bombs? Ordnance and bombs?
Oh, for bomb, they used to lower up the plane, and the plane used to take off and bomb the Jap. They were all around us.
Yeah. Good. The, I mean, is there a counter running here that we can mark things with? No. Okay, so you were basically, that became your real base where you were.
That was my base.
Yeah. How many other, was Army Air, were you considered to be in the Army Air Force or really just the Army?
No, Army Air Force.
Army Air Force.
See, we got the 5th Air Force, see?
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
We were under the 5th Air Force.
Okay, so you were Army Air Force, okay. How many men were stationed there? How many enlisted men? How many officers?
We were about 1,000.
1,000.
Uh-huh.
Officers and men?
Yeah.
And what were the living quarters like? Where'd you live?
Top tents at first. And then we had a tent for 4. Yeah. All through the jungle. We cut down trees, and
Oh, you actually...
we made, oh yeah.
Lots of snakes?
Oof. No. Yeah, I was afraid more of the wallaby.
Oh, yeah. What was that? That's kind of like a bear or a little...
No, it's a kangaroo.
Australian, yeah, well, yeah, kind of like a...
And those son of a bitches, you walk, and he's by there, and he jump up in the air. I used to get scared. Sometimes I used to take a pop out of him, a bitch.
Well, you shoot them, get rid of them. Yeah. Bite you or stuff.
Yeah, but snake only once in all those years that I jump in a foxhole, and the snake wasn't my foxhole.
Oh.
Boy, did I came out of there.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Well, spiders, those things.
Oh, they're bad. Oh, it was like that, eh? It was that big.
Land crabs. How about land crabs? I remember people talking about land crabs.
Link, what's link?
Or land crabs.
Oh,
they're like the crabs. Only you don't live in water, they live on land.
Yeah.
Big things that take a chunk out of your leg.
No, and I never, but I saw a lot of lizard.
Yeah.
I mean, this size.
Really? 3-4 feet.
Oh, yeah. That, yeah.
Stay away from them. So you were there from December 42 to mid 44.
Yeah, and then we went to Bayak.
B-I-A-K, I spell it out. Bayak. You were in a hospital though for a little bit. You got sick?
That's what I went. No, I went in Morotai to the hospital, in the 8th General Hospital. Oh, Bayak, excuse me.
Bayak Hospital. Okay, yeah, you mentioned Bayak.
Yeah, Bayak.
What, did you have touch of malaria or dysentery?
He would take convulsions.
Oh, yeah. The
He
heat?
would take
The heat
convulsions.
and-
It was
yeah.
his nerves.
Yeah. So then, But meanwhile, what were your job? What was your daily job? What would you do, basically?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I had a record in the Army.
You had a,
I used to drive the truck during the day. And at nighttime, the officer, they had a little club like. So, and I volunteered to be
Driver.
the driver.
The driver for the office.
No, for the, you know, they used to eat in a tent, you know, and we used to serve them. And I volunteered to feed them so I could eat myself.
Sure.
Hey,
Good.
so,
Smart.
and then I volunteered to be like after about a year that we were there, or maybe more, they had a little club, and I volunteered to be the bartender.
Better.
And I'll tell you, I got one guy, one of my friends, that he never drank in his life. He got so drunk.
Yeah. Drunk in the jungle.
His name was, what was his name, Ida?
Vito?
Vito Valenti.
Vito Valente.
From
He was from Brooklyn at the time.
Brooklyn, New York. And then there was another friend of mine that we always got together until they died. There were four of us that used to get together twice a year at least. Frank Trombetti, he's still living in New Jersey. And I call him every 2 or 3 months we call each other, you know, we're still friends. And what was the one in Yonkers? Carmen
Salerno.
Salerno.
Makes the name Salerno. That's stuff.
Yeah, he was my boss. He was in charge of the motor pool.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
He was a sergeant.
he was a sergeant, but hell, I never did what he taught me. I said, man. And the other guy was Frank, huh?
Frank's brother.
That make fifth either. Frank's brother, Joe, Frank, me, Salerno, and Valenti.
Good. Good.
Oh yeah, after the war, we used to see each other at least 3 or 4 times a year. We used to go down there, they used to come up here, eat together, you know, and talk about all the thing that we did.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, getting back now. Biac, you get out, how long were you in the hospital? Not too long.
Not too long. And this nurse, when my wife had the first child here, she came to visit us.
She was going to a university in New York State, up New York State.
Syracuse?
I forgot.
Well, anyway, and she came to visit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Edith Kraft, yeah.
That's nice.
She never got married. She was like a saint, that poor woman.
Took care
And,
of you, though.
oh yeah, honest. Everybody likes me, even in the army, honest.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Oh yeah, I don't know why.
He's a nice guy. So you had, during the day you drove, and at night you worked at the officers' club, and
Yeah, and take care of the officers.
what was the relationship between the officers and the enlisted? Was it good, bad?
No, not strict.
Yeah,
We used to work together.
yeah, you had to.
You had to.
I
Yeah,
think
summary.
when you were in the front lines like that, you didn't have to salute or anything.
No, it wasn't. Unless you go to a town, then it was different.
Yeah.
You know, then,
Funny part of the story,
Sure, throw it in, I guess.
tell them about the chickens.
oh. Well, I used to go down and see my wife. We were not even married then.
No, the chickens up there.
Oh, that was after the war, almost done.
No, it wasn't after the war. It was
Well, that was the first chicken that we had, that they shipped us, that we were going to have chicken.
the officers were going to have chickens.
And I volunteered to be the KP pusher, too, because I always take good care of it myself.
Where there was food, there was thief.
That's good.
So I got my friends, and I poured them between trees, you know, and I was taking it out of the box, you know. They were still frozen. One was going in the kitchen and the other one was going to my friend for that place. Because we had a beautiful tent. We made our own shower, you know, a pop line, not an artesian well. We stick, you know, we put...
You could just get right to the water that quickly.
Yeah, oh yeah, there was. In New Guinea, you know, level with the ocean almost, yeah. And Frank was a carpenter. He made the shower. We took one of those belly things from a plane, and that was the, yeah, and we got the water up there, you know, with a pump. And the sun was nice and warm. We used to take a shower.
That's good. And a lot of taking a shower was, not too many people had showers.
We didn't have no showers.
Maybe the officers didn't even.
No, nobody.
Except you guys.
Hey, it was all tens, but we did.
Yeah.
And with the captain, because they used to, once a month or once every 3 or 4 months, they used to come around and see how we used to take our tent. Yeah. And we were one of the best. We had everything in our tent. We had, you know, those barrels where they used to shift us the gas. We used to clean them up good, pour food in there. We had more food stuck. You know, oh yeah.
But during the heat, it was hot there, so you couldn't...
No, but the stuff that used to last, oh yeah.
Okay, just getting back on the time here.
Go.
You're in Biak.
Biak.
Okay, let me just skip around a little bit here. When did you first meet your wife, and how did you meet your wife? How did you meet her?
After 6 months in New Guinea, they give us a 10 days leave to go to Australia. And she was, and what's the name of the town? Mackay, the United States took over all the beautiful hotels in town, and was about 8 or 10 of them.
Was it a beach town?
Big town. Well, I don't say a big town, but I say maybe 10,000 people, not even.
But on the water, on the ocean?
On the ocean. And we used to go down there for 10 days. And the reason why I met her, I was looking for my cousin, first cousin.
That lived in Australia?
That he was in Australia. But I didn't know where. So I went to this, I see a name, a lunch. It was Italian. So I went in and I asked him if he knows my Aloisi Giovanni, my cousin. No, he said no. But he said, why don't you go across the street? And that's what I bought that album. I said, that lady over there, she does more business than I do. Maybe she knows, you know. Yep. And I went and asked her, and that's how I met her.
Well, she worked there?
She worked there, yeah. And it happened after, we find out after it was all over, that her husband was in the same concentration camp than my cousin. Because in Australia, the Italian, they used to put him in...
They did in San Francisco with the Chinese.
I don't interfere.
The internment camp.
Yeah, the Italian and the German, I guess, you know.
Oh yeah, they put them in camps.
Oof, oh yeah.
I didn't know.
And we find out that afterwards, you know. And
that's where your cousin was?
Yeah. He was together with him. You know, and they knew each other.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, getting back now, so you meet, and then what happened? How do you're only there 10 days, so what, I mean, how do you wind up getting married?
Oh, but then we got married 18 months afterwards.
Okay, well you got more leave.
But then I went back.
This all didn't happen in 10 days.
No. No, I had to eat first. Oh, and listen to this. And one night, the second time that I went down here, I guess they invite me up to eat.
Well, her family, your family.
Her family, yeah. And her father, I told him that I said, I got to eat, but I got to go because I got an appointment with my captain, you know. I had a date instead on the side, you know what I mean? And her father don't make me, he said, oh, you're not going to have any wine. I said, I have a glass of wine, I won't bother. No, you got to go to meet your captain, no wine for you tonight. And I'm a bitch. I said, what the hell did I say that for? You know? But that's it. And then the third time that we went down, we got married.
Oh, really? Was it difficult to get married as a serviceman?
Yes, sir.
National,
We went through the Red Cross did all for me over there, you know. They checked my mother, they checked my father, because my father was here in the United States, and my mother was in Italy, you know. But they allowed us to get married.
How
Yeah.
Was it difficult? Married serviceman? American?
No.
I had to get permission from the church and from this and from the other. I mean, there was quite a bit of running around, but we managed it
What?
very legally.
Okay, so now you're back out of BIAC, you return to the airfield at NASDAQ?
Yep. Yep.
ZAB for 18 months. You're there for 18 months or thereabouts? In which then there's bombing. You said something about bombing and you got more combat exposure?
Oh, well, because not in BIAC. BIAC was an hospital. It was pretty safe. But then from there, I went back to to my service group.
Yeah.
What is it?
The 63rd?
63rd, yeah. And then we went they shifted us to Morotai.
Yeah.
That's where we got bombed.
That was bad.
And that was when we used to sleep in a pop tent. And we had order at nighttime. If you hear anybody outside of your tent, just
Throw a grenade.
throw a grenade. Because not supposed to, nobody,
Yeah.
you know.
No sentries? You didn't have a guard? Any sentries?
No, we were in the jungle. But we were not close enough, you know. But it was single pop tent. You know what a pop tent is?
Yeah, sure. I remember that.
Yeah.
Not too big.
Oh no, I went through some. That's when I jumped in the foxhole and the snake was there. And I'm a bitch. Ooh, did I got scared. I said, I don't give a shit. I'd let him bomb. I said, but I'm going to.
This snake.
Yeah.
So, the Japanese would come over and bomb during the day or night or how?
Oh, at night time, all the time at night.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand why.
Well, what did
To keep us awake.
Yeah.
They used to drop a bomb, boom, and Nazab. But in Morotai, day and night. See, because Morotai is way up by where they raise the flag. What do you?
Jima Jima?
Yeah, it's way up there.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of combat stuff. What were you doing in Morotai? Were you still working in a depot or supplying or? What?
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing. Yeah.
But not with my different.
Well, you were different.
Small.
The
Yeah.
but still, I mean, it was Air Force.
Yeah. It was same. Yeah, same thing. But I never was with the infantry or no.
Did you ever see infantry coming back from the front? I mean, people.
I saw some of them. Yeah. Hmm.
They must have been.
Well, I'll tell you, there was the 32nd Division, the 32nd, the one that he belonged. He was in the infantry.
Who's that?
Oh, he lived there. Zachary. He lived there. Yeah. In Gildo.
Well, he was wounded.
Who?
Ray Zachary.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he was injured. Ray Zack was injured, I think.
No, I don't know.
Didn't he in the-
Because he's in a wheelchair,
Yeah, he was injured in the war.
maybe.
Yeah,
I'm a disabled too, you know.
I know you said that,
Yeah.
The, but, okay, so we have Morotai. How long have we got Morotai?
Not too long, Mac. I didn't like that. I don't know how the hell they shipped me back to Nadzab again.
Okay, so back to Nabzab.
Yeah,
And then from Nabzab, you went to Clark Field?
yeah. Then from Nadzab, the whole depot moved. You know what I mean?
Oh, they moved everything. No.
Sure, because we already landed in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was the end of the war.
Yeah, the battle for Manila City was towards the, in January of 45 or there.
Yeah, January or February of 45.
45.
Yeah.
So once they took that city, then Clark Field was,
Then Clark Field was about 40 miles inland, Manila.
you were taken there, you flew there?
Then I forgot.
Yeah.
No, because I remember seeing when we went into in the bay of Manila, there wasn't a place that the boat could go. There was all boats sticking up from the water.
Really? That many sunk?
All Japanese and some American too. Oh yeah.
The,
Yeah, there was a lot of them.
so how long were you at Clark Field?
Until they dropped the bomb.
Oh, yeah.
And
Year
three-
came up? Yeah.
3 days after the atomic bomb
Yeah.
was dropped, the 14th of July, no, August,
Yeah, August, right,
August 14, then they dropped the other one on 17,
17.
and then 3 days after that, I flew to Camp Stoneman, San Francisco.
Camp Stoneman, it was outside of San Francisco?
Yeah, it wasn't it was like an island.
Or an island? Oh.
No, it wasn't. I think, no, it was a bridge, but it wasn't an island. But anyway, and I stood there 2 weeks
Yeah.
in San
The
Francisco.
war was over then?
Yeah, they took all the shots back again, you know, for 2 weeks. And then we got on a train again to Fort Devens. And when I got up here in Hartford, I jumped the train because my father was in Hartford then. He was working for the Fuller Brush Company. And I jumped, I took everything I had, rifle, everything. But then I took back, you know.
You didn't have to didn't you have to turn the rifle in at Devens?
After I went up there, but I didn't go up with them.
Oh,
I jumped the train.
you got off the train coming from across the country?
Yeah.
Where'd you get off the train?
In Hartford,
Oh, in Hartford, oh.
in Hartford.
Oh,
And then after that, I went up about 3 or 4 days later in Fort Devens, and I brought everything.
didn't they miss you? Didn't their unit?
I guess they did, but they knew, hey,
Yeah.
after the war was over.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they weren't gonna go after AWOL, so.
No.
But you still want to get discharged?
But I remember I was yellow like, see those curtains?
Yeah.
From Arbin and from,
Oh, yeah. Anti-malaria.
oh,
They kept shooting the needles in your leg?
oh my God, please don't talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad. I remember that. That needle, I didn't want to put that needle in. Not that
Well,
I-
why, was you in the Pacific too?
No, but they used to train you in that, in case you went over there, or Vietnam. The people in Nam had to
No, not
get
me.
that needle.
Never got the needle, I got the
Well, I
pills.
didn't either, but I mean, I knew that they
Yeah.
you were trained to use that.
Yeah, but not us, no.
Okay, so you're discharged, I got here September 27th and 45 at Fort Devens.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I came home and that was it.
You took a couple days off.
7 days after I got a job with the Fuller Brush. Never took a day, 10 days every 6 months in Australia, but that's about all the time that I got off.
Yeah.
Never had a leave or, never.
Well, enough leave to meet your wife, though.
Oh, when we got married, 10 days,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So, you came home, got a job with Fuller Brush doing what?
And the third shift or second shift at first, second shift, sweeping the floor. I start from the scratch. And then with time, I worked 30 years there. Then at the end, the 4 or 5 years in the end, I used to make brushes, and then I used to deliver with a truck to the guys that used to go out and sell from house to house.
You became a driver, distributor. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
You were there 30 years.
30 years, yep. From 1945, I got discharged in the 26th September, and in October, the 2nd or 3rd of October, I started working at the Fuller Brush.
30 years.
Yeah, 30 years. That was my only job in the United States, besides the foundry.
Unbelievable. That's
Yeah.
great. And now you're retired.
And I retired, you know how many years I've been retired? Since 1974. That was the last day that I worked for the Fuller Brush Company, and that was it.
74. Wow.
31 years. 31 years.
31 years you've been retired. That's great. Not too many of us are going to see that.
Hey, but I hope, you know, I work in the side bank, pay under.
Yeah. You keep busy.
I drove the school bus for 14 or 15 years. And boy, those kids, Mac, they used to love me. They invite me, you know what? I used to drive them to every game. And I remember they were playing like the last game. And I told them, I said, if you guys win the last game, I'm going to make you spaghetti for all of you. Son of a bitch, I had to do it. And
Yep. Red light?
Yep.
yep,
Where is that red light?
right there, right in front.
All right, good. Let's pick up again. Let's just go back a little bit into the during the war while you're in the service, Mr. Cavallari. What kind of other entertainment did you have besides these leaves, these 10-day leaves? Was there anything else like USO or? Anything?
Yeah, we had USO.
Who would come over on those, or who was?
Oh, I don't remember.
You ever see Bob?
But no, I never did.
Yeah.
No, Papa never come to a. But
You saw Myrna Loy?
Myrna Loy,
She was from Hartford. Myrna Loy was a Hartford person, I think.
is it, nah,
I think Myrna Loy came from Hartford.
Oh,
but I don't know. But I saw. We had 3 or 4 during.
Yeah. A couple of those, you know. They were like thousands of guys. It's tens of thousands. They should pack everybody in.
I never took a picture like that.
No, you got, now you have some great pictures. Now, those pictures, what kind of a camera did you use to take all those pictures?
I had a camera of my own. Yeah. And some of them, I used to trade with others. You know what I mean? But the native, I used to take them all myself.
Well, you got a lot of the native women.
Yeah.
Some of that flavor.
Well, you know, because I wasn't good.
Ones with no clothes
No,
on.
because I wasn't good with the officer. I used to take a Jeep and two or three of my friends, and we used to go and see to go to their town where they used to live. But we had 45 and rifle because it was a long way. It was a whole day trip back and forth.
You never knew it might be still some Japs.
They were all over the Jap, you know.
It would be dangerous going off on a...
Well, there was danger, but they told us to watch out. But there were 4 or 5 of us, you know, so.
What kind of a weapon did you use? What kind of a sidearm? Do you have a pistol and a rifle? Or what did you have?
No, we had a World War I, not a rifle, but the other one. What's the other one?
A carbine?
Carbine, right.
They had carbine.
Yeah.
What, they were semi-automatic?
No, single shot.
Single shot? Carbines?
Yeah.
So how, not lever, or are we not bolt?
I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
They were World War One.
Oh, they were all,
You didn't have any automatic weapons?
yeah, we had a 45,
Well,
like,
45.
yeah, yeah.
But that was
But
kind of useless.
that used to be in the tent all the time.
Yeah.
Well, we used to sleep, that was there.
But that was a heavy gun, it was a pistol,
A pistol, yeah.
You couldn't, yeah. The, how about hand grenades? You use those at all?
No, never. Only in Morotai. That, only that they give us. They show us how to use it, because, see, actually, we were never in front line up to Morotai only.
Now,
In Nadzab, we had the infantry in front of us, the engineer, all different kind of.
Yeah.
We were steady in the depot,
Well, you were, the back areas.
Yeah, back area, but not too far back. But at least we were out of a shot of a rifle,
You hear artillery occasionally would come in.
Oh yeah, boom! We could hear them fighting. Yeah.
The, so, any other types of entertainment besides USO? I mean, nothing? We have a picture of some guys dancing. So that was somebody, was that part of the USO?
That was something that
A little special?
I guess they want to show us,
Was it guys in your unit dressed up?
Yeah, my old outfit. Yeah, my old outfit, and then 2 or 3 different. We had the aircraft guns, what do you call it?
Any aircraft?
Not us, but those
That unit?
different company,
Yeah.
And we used to all get together when something like that was going on, Yeah.
The, did you ever know anybody that was taken prisoner?
No, but one night,
You don't have to talk about that. Yeah, tough to remember those things. Did you ever have many guys actually killed in your unit?
that's what I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
The guy that lived next door to me, in the other tent, they sound the 3 shots, that they were an air raid. But sometimes they used to come over and just buzz around and drop a bomb.
Drop one,
Yeah.
leave.
This time, I jump in. But this guy, he didn't jump in, and the bomb was like about 20 feet. This big piece of wood like that.
Killed him, huh? Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then that hurts me most of all. At nighttime, if you hear one shot, only one shot, boom, there was a guy that couldn't take it anymore.
Suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And that was those things. What are you going to do? Some people were strong enough to support it. Some people they weren't. Oh yeah.
Between the heat, the insects,
Oh please,
Yeah.
please.
a lot of adverse conditions. How about like, food you had, it was okay because you took care. How about like clothing, sanitation, you had the shower?
Oh, we had our own water, and we used to wash our own clothes, oh yeah.
But it was always humid, wasn't it?
Oh man, pair of pants and just a t-shirt like that. That's all.
You ever get to the ocean, ever go swimming?
No.
How about contact with like Marines or Navy people?
No. The Marines, we didn't even see them.
Never saw them?
Never saw them. The Marines over there, they were more in water. You know what I mean?
Constantly fighting.
Yeah. They were the one that took the island, from island to island. And then,
Did you ever go up in planes at all to part of your duties? I mean, any...
No, no. I went from Nadzab to Australia
Yeah.
because my captain, every time he used to go down and get some food or stuff like that, he used to like me and he used to say, come on with me. And I was already married and I used to go
Oh,
for 2 or 3 days, you know. He used to let me off because there was a strip. Good thing there was an airstrip where she lived. He used to let me off there and then he used to go to Brisbane, which was about 600 miles away to get whatever supplies and stuff like that. Then on his way back, pick me up.
well, that was good, huh?
Oh, that was, ooh.
Personal service.
Oh, yeah, now.
How many other men in your unit were married? Married to Australian women? Any?
No, not in my outfit, no.
Did you keep contact with other family members back here during the war much? I mean, brothers, sisters, any of that, or anybody in Italy?
Oh, yeah.
You write?
In Italy, I had the Red Cross. My mother used to write to me, my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Now, back in Italy, now you still have family in Italy.
Yeah, I had,
Back
yeah.
every year.
I had my sister and my mother.
Yeah.
Oh, now, in Italy now I have cousins and nephews. I got 2 nephews and maybe 50 cousins.
All around Lake Garda area?
All in my town. And some of them in the city of Verona, which is 40 kilometers, but 28 miles
Yeah.
away.
The,
Yeah,
you didn't keep a diary, did you? Personal diary?
never. No.
But you have pictures that are almost as good.
Yeah, well, those are the pictures they could do.
Now, when you got back home, you...
Hey, look at this. Oh, that's there.
No, it's all right.
Okay, okay.
When did you first get involved with the VFW or American Legion or any service thing? When did you first get involved with any organization like that?
I joined when I first got back, they wanted me to join the VFW, but I was so tired of that I said, no. But I belonged to there about 27, 28 years.
Here.
I got my, look at that. I got my 25th, what is it? They gave me my 25th, what do you call it? I got it somewhere. My 25th,
Anniversary pin?
yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, yeah.
This post.
This, but yeah,
Consolini post.
yeah.
Good. Do you belong to any other service clubs or any other veterans things?
No.
Do you ever go to their conventions or any
No,
of that stuff?
no.
Good. And now your friends in New Jersey how many of them are left?
One. There's only 2 of us
Only 2 now, huh?
out of 5. Yeah. That we used to really,
Yeah.
even in New Guinea, there were 4 of us in New Guinea, and his brother, his brother was in New Guinea too, but it was a different outfit,
Yeah.
so he wasn't with our company.
Yeah. How do you think the service affected your life?
Well, that's a good question, Mac. Because my service gave me a beautiful family.
Okay.
5 children. They're all married. They all got their own home. I help them, but, they weren't smarter than I was. At least they went to school and all went to, what do you call it?
College.
College, naturally. Oh, yeah.
But you raised them right? And
Oh, yeah. And my God, we still a family.
they're all in the area here.
Well, 4 of them are around here.
And then 1 in New Hampshire.
1 in New Hampshire, yeah. The only one, let me see, there's 1 and one in Canton, one in, what's the next door? John, where did John live?
Really?
Really?
Burlington, one in Glastonbury, two in Avon.
Two.
No, one in Avon, one in Canton, one in Burlington, and one in Glastonbury, and one in New Hampshire. Yeah.
That's great. Got 4 of them here. Nearby.
And the one in New Hampshire, he got out of college in June, and the 12th of July, he started working for Gelbane, and he's still there with Gelbane.
Great.
He like me. He's over 30 years with it.
30 years.
And my wife worked 31 years for in St. Bifford,
Oh, really?
here in Avon.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Long time. It's nice to see people stay with the same company.
Oh, yeah. Today, they 2-3 weeks, couple of months, they change. Yeah.
So how many grandchildren you have?
Oh, my God. 12, I think. 12 and 5 grandchildren. Great grandchildren.
Word.
Yeah.
So anything else you think you might want to add here that you think people might be interested in? You know, part of the war experience, or after the war, or anything you think might be of interest from a historical point of view?
Well, like before, when you said, what did the war did to me?
Right.
I came out here, my father was working for the Fuller Brush Company, boom, I got a job right off the bat. A week that I was discharged.
Yep.
You see?
Yep.
And I stick to it until they went out of business. No, until they sold the place.
Hold it, yeah.
They sold it to Sarah Lee Company.
Sarah Lee, yeah, right. The cook,
Yeah, it was, Sarah Lee was,
cake company.
yeah.
I don't know why that happened. You met Mr. Fuller then? You knew him?
Oof, yeah.
Decent guy.
Oh, it was a father to it. 30 years that I worked for the Fuller Brush, I never thought that I was going to go to work.
Was that nice?
I love my work. You know what I mean? It was just like going home.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
He come
They-
around and see people.
They were in strike. He'd come down and talk to all of us, you know. Oh, it was a family affair.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that means a lot when you,
that's right. That's for sure.
yeah.
Well, that's all, you know, that all fits in, like you say, you know, the service molded you in a certain way, and
Yeah,
things happen.
and,
Doesn't matter.
and I went along with the service too, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I did the best I could.
Yeah, right. You had a
I
job.
like to take care of myself.
That's right.
Hey,
But you did your job.
that's why I'm 86 years old.
That's right. You're still walking around.
You better believe it.
You look pretty good for 86.
Yeah, but I chop wood every day.
That's right. You stay in shape.
Oh yeah.
I can tell.
This is what,
Yeah, the wine. That's right. Keeps the heart going.
you better believe it. You know, about 10 years ago, I went to the doctor, and he found high blood pressure. So he said to me, "I'm sorry, Mr. Cavallari, you got to stop drinking." And I changed doctor.
Right. That's good. That's it.
You're not in my,
He's dead now.
you're not in my, probably he is, but not me. Oh yeah. I like the joking around too, you know.
Oh, right. That's important.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay. This is a wonderful interview. I don't know what else we can add on here. I mean, certainly, we want to thank you and
Why thank,
for everything, you know.
Huh?
Want to thank you and your wife for everything and making it possible. You've been such a perfect host, and we don't want to tell them that what we're all
What?
doing here, but there may be a dinner.
I know, why don't you go and pour some water on for the spaghetti? And get it, and you better call your,
Too easy, I think.
and you better call your daughter. It's 5 o'clock. You better,
Did you?
see, the red light on?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is the mic on?
yes,
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Is the mic on? I don't know.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. Good. Okay, Mr. Cavallari, we're going to continue with a follow-up question, a little epilogue on something that we forgot about, or that I forgot about, involving when you first went to the Bond Hotel for that breakfast on your day of induction into the Army. You managed to procure a stirring spoon that looked like a bartender stirring spoon and bottle opener. And can you fill us in and just show us what that was all about and what happened to that spoon?
Well, I had a company to go in the Army with,
Right.
so I took the spoon with me.
Nice.
And he went all the way around the world with me, and this spoon, Caesar says, Hotel Bounds, Hartford, Connecticut.
Bond Hotel. Isn't that something? Maybe, can I close in on that?
Yeah.
Okay, put that right up there.
Can you see it?
Yep, put it to the center, right under your nose, kind of right in the center. There it is. Okay, your finger's covering it a little bit. Go to
Yeah.
Bond Hotel, yes.
Can you see it?
Yes, very nice.
Now, Steve, that
What-
wasn't gold plated like that when you took it, was it?
No, I wasn't. No, then I had a. Then he was such a good friend of mine to come through the war with me, so I made him gold plated.
There you go. Good.
So this is a
All your friends, good. They're
Uh-huh.
gold-plated friend.
yeah, and my friend gold plated for me
That's
for
beautiful.
nothing. Can you imagine?
That's great. And you
Yeah.
protect that, and you got it in a nice case.
Oh yeah, and I got it in a nice case, and I'll keep it as long as I live.
Good. And certainly your family will enjoy it, and the
Oh yeah.
story behind it is important.
But that's it. See it?
That's beautiful. Terrific. Thank you for that
Oh, you want?
history. And
Oh, and I had a silver dollar with it too.
so,
the-
and what happened to the silver dollar?
In no, my kid was about 3 years old, and he was following his sister. We were living downtown in Avon here, right in the center. And he got hit by a car, and he was in coma for 3 days in St. Francis Hospital. And when I used to be in Hartford, that I used to board there, when I used to work in the foundry,
Yeah.
I used to go to St. Anthony Church down in next to the St. Joseph.
Yeah.
And no, not St. Joseph, what is the cathedral in Hartford? What is it?
The Cathedral St. Joseph.
St. Joseph.
Yeah, okay. And I donate that. When I went back, I donated that dollar. I went back. I went to the hospital. My wife was there. I left her there. I said, I got to go somewhere. I went to the church. I went back there. And my son opened his eyes, and he started talking.
Unbelievable.
You can ask my wife if that's not true.
A miracle.
Yes, yeah, it was.
That's wonderful.
Honest to God.
That was.
Huh?
That's a great one.
Yeah.
That's a happy one. That's terrific. So you
So you see, what this did and what the silver dollar did.
unbelievable. That's great.
And I had both of them around the world with me, all through the war.
Went through the war.
Yeah,
Protected you.
yeah,
Okay, I think we're going to shut off. We're ready.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Terrific.